Gentlemen, hit them up with this one.
Ni siku ya jana zilitoka taarifa kumhusu Will Smith ya kwamba amepigwa ban kutokujihusisha na tuzo za Oscar. Hii ni kutokana na kile kitendo ambacho alikifanya cha kumpiga mchekeshaji Chris Rock kwenye tuzo za 92 za Oscar baada ya mchekeshaji huyo alipokuwa on stage kumtania mkewe Jada Pinkett kutokana na kipara chake. Sasa ni mengi ambayo yalizungumziwa ikiwemo Will Smith mwenyewe kuresign kama moja ya member kwenye taasisi inayojihusisha na masuala ya filamu pamoja na tuzo, na sio hivyo tu. Bodi ama waandaaji wa tuzo za Oscar walisema kwamba mwezi wa April watakuja na maamuzi sahihi juu ya kile kitu ambacho alikifanya na kwamba kikatajwa ni unyenyesaji, lakini pia udhalilishaji na ni ukatili, yani kumpiga kofi mtu on stage katika umati wa watu, lakini pia ulimwengu mzima ukimtazama. Sasa kuna hii video ambayo imekuwa ikisambaa kwa sasa mitandaoni. Hii ni kutokana tu na waandaaji wa tuzo za Oscar kuja na hiki kitu kwamba wameweza kumbana kwa miaka 10 Will Smith mwenye umri wa miaka 53 kujihusisha na tuzo hizo za Oscar. Sasa hiki ni kipande cha video ambacho kupitia Red Table Talk show ya Jada Pinkett ambayo huwa anaifanya kupitia Facebook. Hii ni show ambayo hapa ilifanyika mwaka 2018 na hapa ni Jada mwenyewe yupo pamoja na mama yake mzazi aitwa Grammy ama Adrienne Banfield, lakini nickname yake anaitwa Grammy, wakiwa pamoja na watoto wao pamoja na Will Smith wakipiga story. Na Jada akasikika kwamba hakutaka kabisa, alikuwa hataki aolewe na Will Smith, lakini ni mimba ndio iliyompelekea yeye kuweza kuolewa na mwigizaji huyo. Lakini sio hivyo tu, katika kipindi hicho alikuwa na umri mdogo na alikuwa forced kuweza kuolewa na Will Smith na mama yake, so alikuwa kama kwenye pressure ambayo alishindwa kuicontrol mpaka kuamua kuchukua maamuzi ya kuolewa na Will Smith, lakini hakutaka kabisa. Katika conversation hizi mama yake pia ameweza kukiri katika hilo, lakini alisema kwamba alitaka kuona ukaribu zaidi kati ya Will Smith pamoja na mwanae Jada. Jada Pinkett ana umri wa miaka 50, lakini mama yake Grammy ana umri wa miaka 68, so ni kama alimpata Jada akiwa na umri wa miaka 18 tu. Sasa katika hizi story pia watoto wao Jaden Smith mwenye umri wa miaka 23, lakini pia Willow Smith mwenye umri wa miaka 21 walikuwa pamoja, wakawa kama wanashtushwa na hizo taarifa. Lakini hata Will Smith pia alikiri hilo, kusema kwamba ni kweli Jada hakutaka kabisa kuolewa na yeye, lakini kutokana tu na mama yake kulilia hicho kitendo, ni kwamba hakutaka kuona wakifunga ndoa, so ikawabidi wawe pamoja. So hiki ni kipande cha video ambacho kwa sasa kimekuwa kikisambaa sana kwenye mitandao ya kijamii, hasa watu kama wana relate, yani kwamba jamaa amefight kwa ajili ya mke wake kama hivyo, kumpiga kibao Chris Rock on stage kutokana tu na kumtania mkewe. Lakini watu wanasema mwaka 2018 Jada mwenyewe alithibitisha kwamba hakutaka kuolewa kabisa na ujamaa. So wanaona kama kuna vitu viwili tofauti kati ya wawili hawa ambavyo huenda tukawa hatuvijui, licha kwamba wanapokuwa in public wanaonekana kuwa na furaha. Msikie hapa Jada akithibitisha hilo kupitia hii Red Table Talk show ya Facebook aliyoifanya mwaka 2018 pamoja na familia yake, mama yake, watoto pamoja na mumewe Will Smith. Hii hapa ni SNS Manager Man.
I knew that night and he didn't believe me, but I knew. And it was almost like, you know those big locks on a bank?
Yeah.
Those big turning locks? I could feel that in my womb, in my uterus.
But it was literally 4 seconds after we had sex, and she goes, I said, babe, you okay? She said, I'm pregnant. I was like, babe, I think scientifically you're not pregnant. I think scientifically you're not pregnant yet.
I cried that whole night. Damn.
She cried all night because she was pregnant
all night
and
long.
she knew.
I was like, my life is never going to be the same.
Yeah.
Damn.
I thought it was funny.
Of course you would think it was funny.
I was like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
I really didn't want to get married, but...
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
Well, Gammy, this is what happened. It was almost as if Gammy was like, you have to get married, so let's talk about the wedding. It was almost like that. And
she completely just was like, that's not a reality where you're not married.
I was under so much pressure, you know, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like
pregnant.
I was just like, I didn't know what to do. But I just knew, I was like, I never wanted to be married.
I don't remember that. I remember feeling very strongly and wanting you guys to be married. I do remember that. Yes. But I don't remember your rejection of the idea of marriage. I remember the rejection of the idea of a wedding.
I didn't want a wedding either.
I
was like, I don't want to get married, and now Gammy done gone to Will crying about, I don't want to have a wedding, and now I'm being forced to have a wedding, when really I just wanted it to be the two of us on a mountain, because I was like, this is serious business.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I didn't respect your wishes. It was totally a selfish. I'll never have that experience of my daughter getting married
Right.
because you were my only child. But that was so selfish.
It's okay. I mean,
It was the right call.
it was the right
I know
call.
it was the right
It was
call
the right
for you
call.
to marry,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
necessarily. That's what I'm
to have a
talking
wedding,
about.
yeah.
To have a wedding, because the wedding was horrible.
Because
It was a horrible wedding.
It was a mess. Jada was sick. She was
yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
unpleasant. Wouldn't cope. But she was sick.
was
She
sick, yeah.
didn't cooperate with
You were 6 months
anything.
pregnant at the wedding.
No, I was
How many?
3 months.
3 months pregnant at the
Yeah,
wedding,
so she was having
My
all that
first
morning
trimester
sickness.
was
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible.
And I was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I
Yeah.
was so pissed. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
Oh, getting married.
Getting
Yeah.
Cried the whole way.
And I was
Down
like,
the aisle.
I was like,
And Will was
hey.
like, hey.
Hey.
I was like,
She'll be all right, don't worry.
Yeah, because that was one question I forgot to ask. She said that she never wanted to get married. Did you?
There wasn't a day in my life that I wanted anything other than being married and having a family.
Wow.
From, like,
Well, thank the good Lord.
literally 5 years old, I was picturing what my family would be.
Wow.
What was the fundamental bump about the idea of marriage in general that you were against?
I just never really agreed with the construct.
Exactly.
I just don't agree with it. I never have. I still don't.
Yeah.
Till Death Do Us Part is real for me. It's just all of the rules and
It's
all
like
of the
you're supposed to do
ideas.
this
Right.
as a wife. You're
You
supposed
know,
to do this.
yeah.
As a husband, you're supposed to do this.
Instead of
Right.
And
really
what you
just
can't do.
And what you can't do,
exactly,
right, absolutely.
because of this title, wife is a
The
very
defi- the-
difficult.
the accepted conventional definition
conventional definition
of a
of
wife,
wife.
right.
The paradigm.
In the
Yes.
paradigm, I'm not that.
Right. I don't know if I've ever said this. You know how I'm a scientist, so everything is science for me.
Yes.
I read something when we first got together that the most successful men in history have been married,
Right.
right?
Right.
And for me, I knew that I would squander my life if I was running around.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way my mind works, I can only excel for a woman.
Aww.
Like I can't.
I think a lot of men are like that, though.
Yeah.
I think women are true motivators
Yeah.
for men.
And the one thing that I think has been the greatest motivator and asset for me with you is your absolute refusal to accept anything from me other than the best that I could possibly be.
Right. And vice versa.
Yeah, I remember me and Mommy talk for hours in the morning. There's something about that first